Hey everyone, thanks for stopping in to my channel Gone Gliding. This is Jason, and in today's video I'm going to be showing how to set up a Wills Wing Alpha 235. And unfortunately this was supposed to be a lesson day, but the weather didn't work out great. So kind of turned it into a ground school and reviewed how to set up this specific hang glider. A lot of this will be pertinent for a lot of gliders, but there will be varying differences from glider to glider. All right, so let's jump into it. So for your first step, obviously you're taking the glider off your vehicle and putting it on the ground, zipper up. I'm gonna go ahead and unzip that glider so we can actually access it and work on setting it up. Obviously common sense. Taking out some of the other bags like your batten bags, things like that. And then step 6, you're getting your down tubes out and ready to attach the base tube, which you're going to attach to both down tubes, one on each side there of the base tube. There will be a bolt, a nut, and a safety pin that you'll have to attach on either side. It doesn't matter which side you start with, but just make sure that you have all the parts.
With picking it up, there's nothing too complicated to it. The biggest thing is keeping control of the control frame there. If you let go, it can kind of fall backwards. So I found the easiest way to do that is just have a little tension on these wires here. And attach them just like that. Start down here. This way we can keep it out of the dirt.
All right, so you saw how Ted rolled the bag up there. A nice way to kind of tuck it into itself, and then he zips it up. Really sleek way to take care of your glider packaging bag there, and then set that aside wherever you would like. All right, and then we're gonna start working on removing the Velcro straps. This glider has 5 of them. There's one up more towards the nose, and then we've got 4 more I'll show here in a minute on the video. But first, we're tying the glider in just so it doesn't blow away in the wind. And then we'll go get those other Velcro straps removed.
I like this knot, but really anything that's not going to come untied. Now we're ready to take the rest of the Velcros off and bring the wings out.
All right, so here we are removing the Velcro straps, and we're just using one of the bags that was either holding something else, or maybe that was the one on the down tubes to kind of protect the down tubes. But good to keep those organized. Then you can finally go ahead and open the glider up, spread those wings out, and you'll notice that those wingtip covers are still on, protecting the wingtips. Here in step 13, we're gonna go ahead and raise up that Kingpost and then grab the luff lines and go ahead and clip them in, and they're gonna attach right up there to the Kingpost. Now we're pulling the battens out of the storage bag. Maybe you call those ribs. There's a few different anatomy terminology names for every part of the glider. So we'll organize those by height, and then we're gonna separate those a little bit later here for each side. They do have little stickers on the bottom part of the batten, red for the left or the port side, green for the right or the starboard side. So we get those organized, and then we can start working those in. The longer ones obviously go on the longer part of the wing, which is more towards the middle, and they get shorter as they go towards the wing tips. If you do hold back on the trailing edge there of the glider, it helps to get those battens in, and they'll go all the way until they pop over the leading edge. And you don't have to attach the bungees yet on this step, so you just put them in place, but don't fully secure them in with the bungees. And this is Seth here on the left. Seth is another student of Ted's. All right, so now we're going to tension the haul back lines. And there's going to be 2 clips that we're going to clip in, and that's going to pull tension on the glider, And Ted is just wrapping those cords around and then slides that cover up from the kill, and that goes over those lines. You might need to watch that a couple times to pay attention to what's going on. And there's those wingtip covers still in place. So now we move up to the nose for step 19. We're gonna clip those nose wires into place. And then here we're just readjusting, leveling off the glider so we can get to a pre-flight check here shortly and get that nose batten in place. But first we're gonna remove those wingtip covers.
Turn up the washout here. That just goes into a hole on the back of the leading edge. Up and that way. And then the wingtip batten is just already bungeed into the sail. There's a little nub in there that it sits on. That holds it in place.
Now we can do all the bungees.
Do you normally go ahead and put the nose batten in first, or are you leaving it hanging out? Or?
I always do the nose batten when I start my pre-flight.
Everybody has their way of doing things. Always do things the way that makes sense to you.
The reason I like leaving the nose batten off until this point is it lets you know you haven't done your pre-flight. If you're looking into the glider, looking up, and you see this poking down, it's a good indicator that you haven't checked the glider over yet.
So here, I'm gonna eventually do a pre-flight video, but here I wanted to speed through it because this video is not about the pre-flight. It's about the setup of the Alpha 235. So he's just checking everything over on the pre-flight check.
Launching!
Now it's time to fly. It's always so cool to be out there and watch other hang glider pilots flying around, see how they do things. And man, they sure do make it look easy. I can't wait until I'm flying like this. But hey, that's how to set up a Will's Wing Alpha 235. Appreciate you watching the video today. Please go ahead and give it a like and a comment if you'd like as well. Maybe tell me something I missed. But again, thanks for stopping by my channel, Gone Gliding. Greatly appreciate your support, and would love if you would subscribe as well. Definitely helps the channel grow. And we'll see you on the next video.